Hello! Today is knitting lesson 8, how to cast or bind off a project in knitting. So I have already here on my needles a pretend project. It's got 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to start with the stitches on the left hand needle. And the first thing you're going to do is knit 2 stitches. This will vary depending on the pattern. Sometimes if you're doing ribbing, such as knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, it may say to bind off in pattern. So you would do the stitch. So say, for example, you were doing a knit 1, purl 1. So instead of knitting 2, you would knit 1, purl 1. But for this example, we're just going to keep it simple. So I have 2 stitches on my right hand needle now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand needle and I'm going to slide it through the bottom stitch, and holding the top stitch tightly, I'm going to slide the bottom stitch over the top stitch. So now I have 1 left, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on here. So now I'm going to knit the next one. And I'm going to just repeat the process, taking the bottom stitch and sliding it over the top one. Knit another. Slide it over. And we're just going to repeat this over and over. Knitting 1 stitch and then sliding the bottom one over. Almost there. All right, so I now have no stitches left on my left hand needle. I'm still going to slide the bottom stitch over the top one. Now I have only 1 stitch left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my yarn. Depending on the pattern, if you need it to sew in a seam later, you'll want to leave a long string, a long end, but since this is just a little test, I don't need to. You're going to tug the stitch out a bit so you have a nice wide hole. Remove the needle and then thread the end through it and pull. You don't have to pull really tightly, just give it a little tug so that it stays snug. And there you go. You'll be able to weave in this end or use it for a seaming or whatever else the project calls for. And that is how you bind or cast off a project in knitting. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Happy crafting!